Okay, good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, September 17th, about 11:30, close to the middle of the day. And back from vacation. As of right now, I'm uploading the 5th video of my trip to New York. It's uploading right now, so I decided to start making videos on this truck again that I'm working on. See, last night I got a few parts sandblasted, small parts, laying up here on the hood. Just some braces, mid braces, one to go about halfway back the bed, gas tank straps, shock mounts, stuff like that. Got all those sandblasted last night, part of them this morning, and plan for the day is I need to get these skid plates for the rear tank sandblasted. I'm going to put them in the tank and try to use my pressurized tank. Use the dead man nozzle up inside that tank. Hopefully I won't get stuff everywhere. And the pressurized tank removes the hard rust a lot better than the regular old siphon gun. And I plan to get this and the pieces I just showed you on the hood of the truck painted today. And hopefully we'll start getting this rear end and leaf springs ready to paint. My leaf springs are in pretty good shape. I'm not going to replace them. I'm just going to sandblast them. I'm going to rest it up on jack stands where the leaf springs will kind of separate so I can get up inside between the leaves and stuff like that. I need to make me some kind of puller to pull those old bushings out first. So we got a lot to do today for this weekend. I think we got some rain moving in. I don't know if I'm going to get rained on tomorrow or not, but it's a beautiful day right now. We're going to do all that we can. Hopefully now my vacation's out of the way and some other chores are out of the way. Hopefully nothing new will pop up. We're going to try to hit this truck pretty hard and start getting some work done. You know, it's about time I get this thing back together. It's been apart since last fall. I started taking it apart right at the end of racing season of last year. And like I said in my other videos, things have happened to keep me from working on it, but it's time to put all that behind me and get to work. Get to doing what I like to do here. Get this truck looking good and move on to other projects. We still got to put headers on make some headers for the Trino. I'll be working on that a little bit at a time while I'm waiting for stuff that I have to order for this truck. Okay, that's all for right now. I'm going to pause this camera, and after I get the parts painted, make a little bit more of this video here. Okay, it's still Saturday, September 17th. It's about 5 o'clock now, 5:30. And so far I've got one skid plate sandblasted, ready to paint. It took longer than I thought it did. It had some really tough rust in it, and I'm using my pressure tank blaster, but I was doing it inside the tank with the lid closed, and it was just making so much dust, even with the vacuum hooked up to it, that I'd have to stop and see what I was doing. So I decided to go ahead and lift the lid halfway off and turn a fan on me to blow all the dirt out of the shed. But these pressure blasters, when you got heavy, tough rust to take off, are the way to go. You can see the difference there, how good it takes off really bad, thick rust. The siphon gun that I usually use in this tank would have done it, but it would have taken forever. I'm talking probably a week now. So, anyway, just thought I'd show you how I get the real heavy rust off. Just a cheap pressure blaster, that's all it is, tank blaster. It works really well. The key to not having trouble with these things, when I first bought this, I had a lot of trouble getting it to work right. Kept clogging up and stuff. The key is to when you refill it, filter all your blast media really well. I use a vegetable strainer going into a funnel is what I use. A good way to do it. And another key is having really dry air. I got the small desiccant filter right here, kind of a disposable one. But I got a really good air dryer hooked to my air compressor back here. It's the Belvis brand, about $179 one if I remember right. But that made all the difference in the world. Even with that good dryer on the compressor, the hose coming out of the dryer and into whatever you're using will still get some moisture. And you need another decent water trap on this. This one here, the water trap came with this pressure blaster. It works okay. I need to get a better one similar to the one I have on my tank air compressor. But anyway, just thought I'd show you where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and finish sandblasting this, and I guess I'll hang some stuff in this shed, start doing some painting tonight. Try to get all this stuff painted tonight, and maybe tomorrow, if it doesn't rain on me, we'll start getting this rear differential and leaf springs ready to paint. Don't know how far I'll get on that. A lot of times stuff takes a lot longer than you think it's going to. But we'll take it one step at a time, try to stay busy on it, and eventually we're going to have our tow vehicle back together. Hopefully by spring. Okay, back to work.